It's the dulls. Someone in your Discord said sulfur, which I believe you would hate. Well, I like it as a fertilizer. And to be honest with you, it's not a good smell, people. It's not a good smell. But every time I smell rotten eggs, it does make me nostalgic for taking a shower in Iceland. And there's a little bit of sulfur in some of the mineral water, I'm sure. I'm sure it's good for your, it's good a little bit. Trace amounts of it are probably good for your body. If I had to guess. That's phosphorus? No, the fart water is definitely sulfur. Phosphorus might be a fertilizer, though. I don't really know shit about the Neolithic Revolution. I think they should have kept them seeds out the ground, to be honest with you. Anyway, we're getting started here with the dulls. This is a scary movie. This is not Scary Movie. This might be Scary Movie. This might be the movie Scary Movie. Oh, or is it? It's Scream. It's Scream because Scary Movie ripped the shot straight out of Scream. Yeah. I was like, wait, see Scary Movie #2. That looks like the damn house where Carmen Electra gets caught by Ghostface, man. And remember, he stabs her in the chest, but then she runs away and he goes, what the fuck? And then he looks at his knife and there's a silicone breast implant on it. Oh, man. That's Sherry O'Terry, also known as Courtney Cox. Yeah, that's Scream. I mean, obviously that's Scream because it's Scream, but... What's up? Remember that? Chillin'. Killin'. What a movie, man. What a movie. Where's Doofy? You literally can't say that. They're saying you can't make comedies anymore where a guy named Doofy sticks his penis into a vacuum cleaner to simulate getting a blowjob. They're saying you can't make movies where a guy named Doofy gets sucked off by a vacuum cleaner. I told you not to bother me when I'm cleaning my room. Remember when he? Yeah, I do remember. I do remember when he made the other cop smell his finger. Well, the first cop, I'm just gonna say it. He's a bit of a chauvinist. He makes Doofy smell his finger, and then Doofy says, "What's that?" And he says, "That's the smell of becoming a man." And then Doofy goes, "Smell my finger," and the cop goes, "What's that?" And he goes, "My ass." They gotta put those in the Criterion collection, man. Scary Movie 1 should be in the Criterion collection. Oh, this NFC South franchise has only had a player eclipse 1,000 rushing yards in a season. The Jacksonville, they're in the AFC. They're in the AFC. NFC South, could it be I'm thinking it's the Buccaneers. Who the frick else is even in there? Who else is even in the NFC South, man? Titans? Oh, you know what? Titans make sense. Because, the Titans are the fucking AFC. But I was thinking that it was like Derrick Henry is one guy. He might have done it like 7 times. I'm going to say the Buccaneers just because I can't think of... Who the hell else is in the NFC South, bro? Saints, Panthers, Falcons. I guess it would be it could be any of them except the Falcons, maybe. Fantasy football update? Yeah, I'll let you know. Fantasy football update. Hardest decision this week. In the flex position, do you start Jordan Addison with JJ McCarthy coming back? Because he's kind of had a little synergy with Pete Wentz from Fallout Boy. But Addison's been... Why are people saying absolutely not? Addison's been good, man. I mean, I think he only got 1 target last week, but it was like a 78-yard touchdown or something like that. And then the other option is T. Higgins. And I know you're going to say T. Higgins, but he's had a few good weeks. He's got a little synergy with Flacco lately. Don't get me wrong. He's playing a stronger pass defense because he's going up against... I think he's going up against the Bears. I can't remember who Addison's going up against, but But like I'm fucking set on wide receivers, man. Pickens, wide receiver 3, Michael Pittman Jr., wide receiver 7. And then I'm sorry, I know what you're gonna say. I can't not play Marvin Harrison Jr. against the Cowboys, the 32nd ranked pass defense in the NFL, especially if Kylo Ren's coming back. I can't not play Marvin Harrison Jr. against the Cowboys, man. And I trust him so much. I'm putting him in wide receiver 1 slot. I hate hearing about your leagues because you're playing against plumbers and accountants. How do you have JSN, Justin Jefferson, Rome Odunze, and George Pickens? Odunze and Pickens make sense to me because you could scoop them in like mid rounds. But how did you get JSN? And I've now forgotten who the other guy was. But you're not Justin Jefferson and JSN. Aren't those like 2 top 5 wide receivers in the draft? JSN in round 3. Holy cow. 4-person league. People dropping players to make room during off weeks. That's even worse, man. You say it like that makes it better, but that's even worse. Like who's like, Justin Jefferson's on a bye this week. I'll just drop him. What the hell are you talking about, man? Dropping A.J. Brown this week? You should have dropped him week 1, to be honest. Nah, he's kind of back. Anyway, during Shaq's first year with Miami, the Heat lost in the Eastern Conference Finals in 7 games to, that's like LeBron's like second season. Who would have gone back then? This is like 1 year after the Chauncey Billups-led Detroit Pistons won the chip. In the East, who was popping in the East back then? Definitely not the Raptors, not the Wizards. Magic now and then. I don't know. I'm going to say the Cavaliers. Maybe he elevated them immediately to that level. Spurs are in the East. Should have known. Anaheim drafted this winger 2nd overall after Sidney Crosby. Yeah. That's Bobby Ryan. Literally, are they going to give me a tough question or? Are they going to give me a tough question or what? You think I don't know who went number 2 in the Sidney Crosby draft? And then number 3, I think was, can somebody check on this? I feel like number 3 was Gilbert Brulé to the Columbus Blue Jackets. You got one question right? Okay, but literally this is going to have like 6% right. Oh, Cam Barker, number 3 to the Blackhawks. Lamborghini made the Diablo. I typed Liam Bigini. This is definitely. Are you Jeff Bridges? No, you're Kurt Russell. And then the hair is impossible. This is, I feel like you might be like Julie Bowen, but I gotta go like Julia Roberts, I think. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. That's really tough. Emily, I could totally see Emily Blunt. That's a fucking sick jacket, too. I could see Emily, I could see Chloe Sevigny here, but I sort of can't see Barstool doing a Chloe Sevigny pull. That doesn't seem right to me. Sydney Sweeney, I could see, but I don't see Chloe Sevigny making it into a Barstool game. Invented in the 1900s by the American Candy Company and now produced by Tootsie. Those are hot lips. You don't call them hot lips? Wax lips? Lips? Am I insane? Now produced by Tootsie, this brand is known for its novelty candy made to resemble human lips. Hot lips. I mean, it's not hot tamales. What the hell is it called, man? I thought it was hot lips or wax lips. It's not Kisses, bro. Kisses are shaped like a turd. Based on a horror film series, this slasher TV series ran from 2015 to 2019 with Willa Fitzgerald, Keke Palmer, Tyga, and Sozy Bacon. Horror film series of the same name. This is obviously Friday the 13th. I have no idea. Scream makes a lot more sense. In 2022 alone, Mia Goth had the lead role in X and this second film that served as an origin story. That's Pearl, bro. You think I don't know Pearl? Just when I thought I could say all I say, my chick on the side said she got one on the way. Are lyrics from this 2004 Usher song. So the real question is this sounds like it's from Confessions, but it could also be from Let It Burn. But it's not from Yeah. I think this has got to be These Are My Confessions Part 2. Oh, little redemption. I told you this would be a low percent, bro. Does Usher have any songs that don't make him a weird pervert? Yeah. He's got like a few. How You Remind Me, that's one. That's Nickelback now that I think about it. It's called You Remind Me. Yeah, it's not about being a pervert. It's just about having sex. You Don't Have to Call. Yeah, You Don't Have to Call is just, I think he's like, stop playing on my phone. Because I'ma be all right tonight. You don't have to call. Okay, girl. What does he say? I can't remember. Bobby Ryan. Emily Blunt, fair enough. Wacko Wax! He is a pervert in Love in This Club. Love in This Club is a perverted song. But I do love watching the band from Shakey's Pizza or whatever, the animatronic band, the Country Bear Jamboree, lip-syncing Love in This Club by Usher. Although I don't think they should have said every word in the song, let's put it that way. It was the Pistons, the bad boy Pistons and the New Orleans Saints. Show me that? Bro, you're not talking to Rachel, just so you know. Ross. That's in my viral video Criterion picks. I still got to figure out number 4, man. I got to figure out number 4. Horror, romance, mystery, fantasy. These are genres of movie or literature. Fiction genres. Angel Sugar. Wait, famous Woodies? Famous Eugenes? A gaggle. I feel like Sugar, Angel, Love, and Pumpkin are pet names. Terms of endearment. Merd. Oh, these are demonyms for plural animals. I'm assuming it's Bloom and a levy. Or it could be a charm of something. Or it could even be a parliament, man. A murder of crows, a gaggle of geese, a levy. I'm thinking a bevy. I think it's going to be Bloom and parliament. I think it's going to be Bloom and charm. I think it's going to be parliament and levy. Guys, I can't do this. I can't do this. Famous Arlos. Oh wait, these are these are members of a band. It's got to be Bloom, right? Members of folk musicians, people whose first names are U.S. cities. What? Okay, Orlando Bloom, Eugene Levy. What the hell? Austin Butler. Okay, and what about Guthrie, man? Savannah Guthrie. Holy cow, man. Collective nouns for birds. That was tough, man. That was tough. Those are first names? Well, those are last names. So you fill out their first name and then you sort of get it, but I didn't really get it. Hot Wheels or Tesco? I'm going to go Tesco. Surprised at Hot Wheels staying power. Tim Hortons or Tesco? The stealthy vape. We're going to go with Tesco over Tim Hortons, just because Tim Hortons is more regional. I'm going to say Tim Hortons over tax evasion. You can't be Googling that. You got to use DuckDuckGo. I'm going to say banana over tax evasion. How to spell banana. I'm going to say maps. It's going to be maybe like the 10th most searched thing every month. So that's 2 free points as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to say Margot Robbie clears UFOs because we've had UFOs before and it's surprisingly small. So this is a tough one because that's not how you spell Louis Vuitton. That's how you spell Louis Vuitton. This is just a guy. So I got to go you. All right. Fair enough. I clicked by accident, but if I may, that's what I would have clicked on anyway, because I at least know this guy, and I did not know the other guy. I'm going to say the Beatles probably clear on that one. No disrespect to Lil Uzi Vert. I got to go with the Beatles on this one. Pretty close. I mean, Radiohead is really popular. But I think I got to go with Lil Uzi Vert just because of 30 million, man. 30 millions, that's a lot. I got to go with Radiohead over Scarlett Johansson. Although her Tom Waits album exists. Go with Machine Gun Kelly over Scarlett Johansson. Feel like we're riding the waves well today. I feel like you got to go MGK over... fair enough. Now, there's no doubt... Now, before you slander me, there's no doubt that Elvis has a greater impact on the culture. I just genuinely thought that the average person listening to Elvis is dead or is listening on maybe CDs at this point. Let's go Cool Hand Luke over Shrek. I don't like to see an 8 here. That's scary. We'll go Cool Hand Luke over Amma. We'll go Seventh Seal, obviously, over Amma. We'll go Seventh Seal over Good Time, which is actually Sing 2. And that's not an insult to Good Time. It's just people, they don't understand the Safdie brothers movies. I was crashing out last night because someone, I forget, someone in the Peloton Discord as a joke was like, Vladdy's got to hit 2 home runs tonight. And I said, Howard Ratner's least insane bet. Which is actually kind of true. Howard Ratner is Adam Sandler's character from Uncut Gems. And then I Googled Uncut Gems, and like the IMDb reviews are like 7.3 or something like that, which is not where it should be, but that's fine. But the Google reviews are 2.8 out of 5. So I went, fuck that. And I sorted by 1-star review, and they were all like, I normally love Adam Sandler movies, but this one's ridiculous. Obviously, the screenwriters couldn't think of anything to do because they just wrote the F word every 3rd word. I had to leave the theater after 15 minutes. Fuck you, you fucking NPC. Oh, my fucking comfort gross out comedian is making a real piece of art for once and I can't handle it. Go watch Sesame Street, bro. It's literally good. This one's tough for me because Good Time is like good. But Sing 2 is like, it's okay. But it's like, it's less abrasive, at least. So I still think it's got to be Good Time. No, man, not the non-Pixar Illumination Studios jukebox musical starring animals. What the fuck, man? The average was 0.98. Holy fuck. What is that? People got Cool Hand Luke. Oh, because everyone guessed Shrek. Holy cow, man. Safdie brothers couldn't have created Johnny. That's my son. That's my son. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll eat anything. I'm not totally sure about this, man. All I could think about while I was on vacation in Greece was guy in Greece saying when in Rome. That is fucking good. That is good. Maybe I should go to Greece and be that guy. No Uncut Gems review on Letterboxd. No, I'm the only honorable Letterboxd reviewer. I only put movies that I've seen on Letterboxd if I've seen them since Letterboxd, since I've had a Letterboxd account. I don't do that thing where I'm like, let me think of some awesome movies that would make my Letterboxd profile have more street cred. I watched that one. Yeah. No, I really like Tree of Life. When I watched it, I probably would have said it's about a 3 out of 5. But if I put a 5 out of 5, people will be like, "Damn, this guy's a cinephile." But I'll tell you, if I were to review Uncut Gems on Letterboxd, it would be a 5 and a heart, and it would be. I genuinely think it could be in the top 4. I would not. I think it's the best. It's my personal favorite movie of the 2020s. There's other stuff. Poor Things is up there. Past Lives is up there. But Uncut Gems would be in the top 4 of my Letterboxd profile. I think I love Uncut Gems. It's from 2019. Fuck. I don't know. I watched a lot more movies in the 2010s. I don't know if it would be my favorite movie of the 2010s, but it would be in the conversation at least. It'd be in the conversation. Hawaiian food is expensive. That's all you need to know about that. I wouldn't be 20 ounces to freedom, $13.99. Oh, $6.99, $9.49, $8.99. Am I dying? What's happening here? $8.49. All right. What did you like about Poor Things? I thought it was ass. You might be a Pajiba commenter. Sorry to say. I had to wean myself off of Pajiba because they gave a good review to Bugonia, and then all the comments were like, "I swore off of Yorgos after I got bad vibes from Poor Things." I said, this website, no disrespect, and I am a millennial. I'm like smack dab in the middle of the millennial generation. I might be the median millennial, but this website might be too millennial for me. And honestly, no disrespect to Gen Z, I think I need a website that's slightly more Gen X, which is a scary thought. I don't want those words to come out of my mouth, but because I think at Gen Z they would be more on the millennial side when it comes to Poor Things. Not every individual Gen Z, but just broadly. And if I may say so, it's partly because there are still people who are in Gen Z who are like 15 years old. So they're always saying like their favorite movie is one of the Spider-Verse movies, which is fine if you're 15. But it just means that, let me put it this way. If you're in Gen Z, and I generalize Gen Z in a way that you find insulting, just assume that it's about the other half of Gen Z. If you're elder Gen Z, then just assume that I'm talking about the younger Gen Z. And if you're younger Gen Z, just assume I'm talking about the older Gen Z. That's fine. But I don't think I insult any generation as much as millennials, okay? So I think I'm being very fair. I think I'm being more than fair. I just feel like it could be Colombia today. In a way. In a way. This is almost right, because it's like antipodal to whatever is right, which means it's probably like maybe here. Maybe we'll say that it's Kazakhstan. That is not how it's spelled and is not close. I think I spelled it Kazakhstan. Maybe it's the Pacific Ocean is pretty fucking big. Maybe I don't think it's Laos. No, I think it would be over here maybe then. Maybe like, I have no idea. I have no idea where it is. Greece? Nope. All right. Oh, shit. Indonesia? That's the Philippines, bro. Now we're talking. How about Singapore? Singapore's in there somewhere. That's cooler. Yeah, it is. They have F1 there. How about Australia? My 11th favorite Shins song. 505. How about New Zealand, man? Oh shit. How about Tuvalu? Oh, that's way out there, huh? Because I think Papua New Guinea is too close. Yeah, okay, too close. So it's like like you. Kiribati? Marshall, are you in here? It's also closer to the Philippines. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on up there. Let's be honest, man. Guam? The Federated States of Micronesia? Yeah, that's the one. All right. Timor-Leste? Oh, shit! I thought there was no shot. I thought there was no chance it would be Timor-Leste, and I was gonna like, what are you? Are you part of Indonesia? Because I was lost trying to figure out what's in there. That's Palau. Oh, that's Palau. And Nauru. Palau Tech is crazy. That's one of my favorite rices, man, I think. Oh, shit, it's a good one, bro. I know this one, and it makes me look smart. This is the Gambia. Not to be confused with all the other Gambias. This is the Gambia. I like it because it kind of looks like a stapler. I always think of it as a stapler. I think intestine is valid. I could see a snake. Yeah, I guess I could totally see a snake on that one, or a crocodile. December 31st, 2004, I was locked the fuck in. I was locked in when this shit was going down, man. Holy fuck. Okay, Universal. Great legs on this one. Maybe Oscar bait starring Ben Stiller. Probably not Oscar bait. 2004, a Christmas movie has me feeling Fockers vibes bigly. And the reason the legs are good is because this is a holiday weekend. It's not a normal weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Okay, so Fockers is a gimme on that one. And then Paramount Pictures, starring Jim Carrey from 2004. This is like a fun with Dick and Jane type play. Yeah, I believe it. No, I don't think it's going to be Eternal Sunshine. 2004. It's after Bruce Almighty. It's a family comedy. It's pre-Yes Man. Give me the actress, Emily. Oh, it's a series of unfortunate events. I would have had a blind spot there, man. I would have had a blind spot there for sure. Okay. We clutch up. Miramax plus 32%, 31 million overall, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. This is like The Aviator. Has to be The Aviator. 20th Century Fox. Kenan Thompson. It's Fat Albert. It's the Fat Albert movie. Hell of a poster on this one. Just don't know even what you want me to say about that. As I'll say, hey. It's a hell of a description, guys. Animated character Fat Albert emerges from his TV universe into the real world, accompanied by his friends Rudy, Mushmouth, Old Weird Harold, and Dumb Donald. Though the gang is flabbergasted by the modern world, it's like a classic fish out of water story. They make new friends, and Albert attempts to help young Doris become popular, but things get complicated, to say the least, when Albert falls for her older sister Lori and must turn to creator Bill Cosby for advice. Do not get your dating advice from that guy, Fat Albert. Please do not get your dating advice from Bill Cosby, man. This is a horror movie. This is not, get that off the screen, man. Warner Brothers. George Clooney, 2004. I want to say it could be Babel. It's a crime thriller. George Clooney crime thriller, not comedy. It's something Cysteria, Syriana. There we go. I know, it's not it. Is it Babel? Is it Babel, y'all? Is this Babel? It's not Babel. 12 is, it's Ocean. It's obviously Ocean's 12. It has George Clooney and Julia Roberts, man. What is the Thriller? It's a comedy. Comedy deserves to be billed. Ocean's 12 is not a thriller. The Manchurian Candidate is a thriller, man. I was thrilled. Yeah, but not in the same way that you were thrilled when you watched, like All the President's Men or whatever. Still pretty good. Ah, shit. Maze Runner, The Death Cure to the creator. So I feel like there's John David Washington. I have seen this movie. There's Ken Watanabe. And there's the big hit here. There's Gemma Chan and Allison Janney. Allison Janney might be our way in. The first I got to figure out where the fuck I'm going from this one. Yeah, there's actors in this. No doubt about it. They are mostly British. I don't think anyone would dispute that. And a lot of them are from Game of Thrones. But we want to get to Frances McDormand first. I've got it. It's Barry Pepper. Barry Pepper takes you to 25th Hour, which takes you to Ed Norton, which takes you to Fight Club, which takes you to Bradley, which takes you to Burn After Reading. And now all of a sudden you're at Francis. Obviously, you just go straight to Nomadland. You do the swanky cul-de-sac, and you come back out via David Strathairn. Now, for David, we're trying to get probably to Allison Janney. So I'd be thinking about some shit with like Hugh Jackman in it, or I'd be thinking about some shit with Margot Robbie in it. And I can't help but feel that there's a connection here, but I can't find it off the jump. Hugh Jackman ensemble picture. Anything with Tom Cruise to Nicole Kidman to Australia, which has Hugh Jackman. So how do we get to Tom Cruise from here? Jim Beaver, huh? My man. How do we get to Tom Cruise from here? Let's take a different path, okay? Wait, hang on. Let's take a different path. Cate Blanchett and Jack Black are in Borderlands together. Why am I looking for Jack Black? Why was I looking for Jack Black? I was so convinced that this was smart. And so I got to Jack Black, but now why am I here? It's just Jack Black does not get you to Hugh Jackman, man. He just has Jack in his name. Oh shit, I clicked on it. Okay. All right. Well, from here, I wanted Tom Cruise, so we go to fucking Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder, Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, Eyes Wide Open. Well, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do Eyes Wide Shut, even though that would count. That gets you to Australia, which takes you to Hugh Jackman, which gets you to Bad Education 2019 with Allison Janney, who's in The Creator. And you know what? 2 minutes, 22 seconds, not too bad. Not too bad. I guess it makes sense that John David Washington is in Malcolm X, considering his dad played Malcolm X in the movie. That makes sense. Any other Pepperheads in here? Dude, Barry Pepper, he hasn't been up to that much lately. I think. What's Barry Pepper been doing? And don't say he's on fucking he's on Stick with Owen Wilson on Apple TV. I'm going to freak the fuck out. Starting a hot sauce brand? That's sick, man. Have you ever been tased? What is Magresta, back me up here. What the fuck's going on with these questions today? Have I ever been tased? Of course I've been tased. Everyone's been tased. Ridiculous question. Just for that, you're getting Puck Doku. Los Angeles Kings goalie. Yeah, I think it's got to be Stéphane Fizet. This was a very French-Canadian look in the early 2000s. Florida goalie. You could go with the obvious ones, but I want I want to get a better pull if I can, but the problem is, no disrespect to the Panthers. You went through it, okay? So, like, I'm not saying you're ass. You're good now, and you deserve to be good because you were ass for so long. But you really went from, like, Van Beesbrook and then, like, almost 20 years of irrelevance straight through to, like, basically Sergei Bobrovsky, which has obviously worked out very well. I guess I'm just going to play Van Beesbrook on you. And then Ducks. I mean, there's a lot you could play here. Jean-Sebastien Giguère. I don't really want to play their current starting goalie or John Gibson, but Jean-Sebastien Giguère is also... Who the hell else was on the Ducks that I could pull for? I feel like... Who was their goalie in the 90s, man? Urbe was on the Sharks. Was he also on the Ducks? I have no fucking idea. I guess I play Giguère, but I'm not happy about it. Who was I missing here? Jonas Hiller, that would have been a good one. Ryan Miller would have. That's with Guy Hebert, man. Ilya Bryzgalov. Oh my gosh. Oh, Guy Hebert, I should have gotten though. And the rest of these, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't really give a hoot. We'll just move on with our lives. Like the way naming goalies in the NHL, if you don't watch the NHL, is like being able to name quarterbacks in the NFL. It's easy because every team basically has one that you need to know. So whenever they have a goalie category, it's fun because you're like, I remember that guy. And then naming other players is like trying to name like a nose tackle. Like if you're trying to name a left defenseman born in Finland who also played for like the Anaheim Ducks, you're like, okay, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. Unless they're catching touchdowns, I don't know who they are. Let's go back to Movie Grid. Movie Grid, Sammy Vatanen. That's a good fucking answer. That's a great answer. Holy shit. Robin Williams, genre comedy. World's Greatest Dad. 3 or more word title. 1 hour photo. Released from 1980 to 2010. The Fisher King. Nobody knows Robbie like me. You know what would be great here is to just put Better Man in for every single one of these. Now, I haven't watched any of these. World's Greatest Dad is I mean, listen, they shouldn't have used the epic movie title. World's Greatest Dad is fine. You don't need to watch it. The premise is basically 80% of the enjoyment of the movie. You should see 1 hour photo. 1 hour photo is kind of sick. Yes, there is the one where he says Neon Genesis Evangelion. Now, Reese Witherspoon, genre comedy. 1980 to 2010, give me Cruel Intentions. And then the play here is going to... for genre comedy, we skip Legally Blonde and go Election. We needed a non-Legally Blonde. And then 3 or more word title. Gen Z doesn't know shit about Sweet Home Alabama. Gen Z kind of knows some shit about Sweet Home Alabama. Rafe Fiennes, genre comedy. 3 or more word title. We always play The Constant Gardener. And then 1980 to 2010. I don't want to play In Bruges. So I'm gonna hit you with The English Patient. Gen Z doesn't know shit about The English Patient. And then I'm gonna hit you with In Bruges for comedy. Or am I gonna hit you Strange Days for a comedy, which is not a comedy. I was putting too much respect on Gen Z. I should have just gotten on base, man. I should have gotten on base. Okay, well, I mean, there's the menu. There's In Bruges. Those are both Gen Z coded, man. Rafe Fiennes. Oh, one of the fucking Wes Anderson, the Rat Catcher. This is gonna have like 1%. Yeah. You got to play one of the Wes. I'm learning. I'm learning movie grid. If you could take a one-off short film that Netflix produced, that would count, man. That would count. Let me see the rat. Oh! Now, it didn't count because I had already used my last guess, but I think it's the first time I've ever been on the least, man. That's crazy. That feels good. That feels good for a loss. Unlike, I'm sure, the Dodgers feel. Like, can somebody tell me why? This is no disrespect to Blake Snell. Top of the seventh, bro's throwing wet noodles out there. He had like 5 wild pitches. Why the hell are you leaving him in? Oh, we need to get the out so we can put a fresh arm in to play Vladdy. Okay, how did that go for you, bro? Get him out. He's just throwing. I get that the catcher was also not catching the balls, okay? But at the same time, he was doing pretty well considering bro just got slapped at the Oscars recently. He could have died, bro. Anyway.
Stray. A noun meaning goblet. A noun meaning
Video game words today.
barber. A noun meaning stopped. A verb meaning to close by filling. Performance. A noun meaning the
Huge.
emporium. A noun meaning a place of trade.
Great word. Emporium. You don't hear that much anymore.
Gosling. A noun meaning a young.
You're right. Now that I think about it, you're right. Will Smith did not get slapped. He is the guy who slapped. Walt.
Trigonometry. A noun meaning the study of the properties of. Davenport. A noun meaning a small.
The hell's Davenport, man? Former U.S. Number 2 in tennis, Lindsay Davenport.
Fibula. A noun meaning the proclamation. A noun meaning the brigands. A noun meaning one who lives by plunder.
Pirate ass word. A noun meaning one who lives by plunder. Oh shit. That's good.
Oolite. A noun meaning a rock
What else could it be, man?
gargoyle. A noun meaning
And then for all the marbles,
crampon. A noun meaning a hooked
100%. That's not an impressive 15 out of 15, but still. Crampon's a softball. Just put the perfect score in the bag. Just put the perfect score in the bag then. That's true. You got to play what you're up against. That's right, man. People are on the Colts for having a weak strength of schedule. What do you want them to do? Like, all they can do is win, bro. They can't change the schedule. It's not like after they go 5-0, they can be like, I'm going to play Goro now, or so I'm going to play Shang Tsung. They got to wait till the damn playoffs, man. Chili sandwich, deep fried potato fritter, tamarind and chutney. Obviously has got me thinking this could be India. That's correct. Who would have thought? Yeah, I'd eat that. Potato sandwich. Chicken or pork? This fish sauce has me thinking we're in Thailand. Let's take that. That's Fat King. Yeah, I'd eat that. Okay, glutinous rice flour, pork fat, lotus seeds, a banana leaf. When I see banana leaf in cuisine, I always assume it's Malaysia. Wrong. I always assume it's China. It's definitely Vietnam. Fair enough. Whatever, I'd eat it. Wrong? Well, you might say that's a ridiculous heuristic. Well, I'm not the one who named the Malaysian restaurant in Vancouver Banana Leaf, okay? You got to take that up with someone who's probably like 80 years old or something, because that restaurant's been around a long time. Mogged again. 1 second, it's a plate off. I forgot about the plate off. This is perhaps the most glazed food on the planet right now, or at least it's the sixth food of the year in the NBA. It's going to be Bumbo Hue by a mile. Vegepoto ramen looks bad. Sorry, Japan, looks bad, but this also looks bad. And if I may, it's from a country that most people think has bad food. The crinkle cut beets are fucking crazy. A crinkle cut beet is out of control. I've been eating more beets lately, though. I've been in, not just for health reasons. I've been starting to enjoy them. The older you get, the more you like food that tastes a little bit like dirt. It's definitely going to be a Japanese soup over salted fish, let's be honest. Pork colt. It looks pretty nice. Like a spätzle curry versus chamboda. Hard to beat Italy, but what is this, like fried okra? Eggplant, zucchini, bell peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, garlic, onions. Sauteing onions in lard. So, I mean, I gotta go with Germany on this one. Sorry, Italy. I would normally go Italy like eyes closed, but I gotta go Germany on this one. Hairy bread. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna front. Or Thai food. I'm gonna go Thai food. Hueda bop is really good, but can it beat banana fritter filled with ground beef? I gotta go with fried food. Fried food, a little bit better. We've had this before. This is like the dessert soup. I feel like it's hard to beat. Like, this looks like some shit from Cook Serve Delicious. Give me that. Oligatana. Spanish food, definitely well glazed. Or Judmat Gardebühnen from Luxembourg. Smoked pork collar simmered with vegetables or chickpeas, tomatoes. I gotta level with you. I'm going left. That took a pair of brass ones to do. But what are you, meat? Battered pieces of fish, I think, beats a Kingston biscuit. But that was close. Chakapuli or sole over gudhiem. It looks like a fish with a chimichurri. I clicked it by accident, but that it worked out. These are fucking good. They're not called savory patties. They're called hash browns. Also, this one's not up to temp yet. You need to let it spend a little bit more time in the pan or the air fryer on this or the oven. That one's not up to temp yet. But what is going on with bacala alla lucana? Salted cod, change the water frequently. It's like a poached fish. It's tough because like this looks horrible. I bet this tastes good as fuck, but everybody's eaten these and liked them. I can't believe that would not win. 10 out of 10, bro. Holy. That's huge. You know what I think has got me on a different sort of wave today? Peloton ride today. Just ran through Asia by Steely Dan twice. I said, why complicate it? It's a great album. Just put it on, hit repeat. Now I got Black Cow stuck in my head, and I think it's giving me an aura bonus. Being 36 years old with a Steely Dan song stuck in your head is literally like a plus 15 to your motion. Now I forgot what I'm doing. Scrandle. Should Celebrini play for Canada in the Olympics? I mean, if he's mogging for the first half of the season, you got to give him a chance. But I think broadly, Canada's too strong in terms of its depth in order to just put him on the roster, except maybe he could be the 13th forward. That being said, Shane Wright, keep dreaming. Keep dreaming on Shane Wright. I mean, it's just we're talking about Team Canada here. We're not talking about Team, USA. Anyway, the one thing I worry about is that Team Canada will name too many legacy players to the squad and not enough people that are in the prime of their career. Now, Sidney Crosby still goated, regressed very little. But there's a lot of people that I almost worry, like, you have to put this guy on the team because he was on the Four Nations roster. You have to put this guy on the team because he was on the 2014 roster or something like that. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. But we'll see. Just say Dowdy. Dowdy, he's been a workhorse on my fantasy team, man. Does Petey even make Team Sweden? I'm sorry to say he's a lock for Team Sweden. Launch it. And he's been all right. What has he got? He's got 8 points in 11 games after being invisible at the start of the season. He's not doing too bad this year. Probably because I saw him in Kitsilano over the summer. I saw him and I transmitted some mental fortitude to him from the driver's seat of my car. I went, Lord, give me strength to give to Petey. Give me strength to give to Petey. And he was walking across the street and I went, zzz. I incepted him. I incepted him with a buff from the driver's seat of my car. With they'll drink the long way. Honestly, I think that looks pretty fucking good, if I may be honest. But anyway. Did you lose anything in the exchange? Yeah, I crashed my car into a light post. But he just drove off. Sometimes life's okay. I ran my mouth off a bit too. You know what I'm talking about? Modest Mouse's best song. Vegan hot dog and loaded fries or fried fish and macaroni pie? God, it all looks so bad. I swear I'm not vice signaling. I've had a vegan, this is maybe the most Vancouver sentence I can say. I've had a vegan hot dog at the Twin Peaks themed vegetarian restaurant that used to be on Kingsway across from Savio Volpe. Okay? So I've had a vegan hot dog before, and with no disrespect to the Black Lodge restaurant, God rest it, it was not good. And I don't blame the restaurant, I blame the dog, okay? It would have been a lot better if it had been a dog that had meat in it. But I don't know about this fried fish and shredded romaine lettuce with macaroni pie, man. But the loaded fries look so bad. I have no idea, dude. And look at the fish looks bad. It looks like a chicken knuckle or something. But this looks fucking, I don't know, man. Fuck. 61%? Okay. Well, I mean, the cheesy chips are just not edible, so we'll go with this one in spite of itself. Okay, whatever. Sorry, the edible food was expensive, so we're going to be eating garbage instead. I have to imagine Duck Heart's not that bad. I have to imagine this is pretty good too. It's just they put no effort into the presentation, which Scrandle heads find very insulting. So give me the Duck Hearts on that one. Pizza is inedible. So we'll go with anything else. Pitmaster Box versus the Rib Meat Roll. This one's a toss-up, man. It looks, I mean, the portion size is kind of small, but you're at a stadium. I feel like I have to keep saying this. Like, this is, you have to adjust your expectations for the environment you're in. I gotta go with that. Oh, fuck. I wouldn't pay 15 pounds for it. You probably would if you were at a sporting Kansas City game, because it means your dad owns like a life insurance office or something like that. So you probably would pay 15 pounds for that if you found yourself at a sporting Kansas City game in the MLS, okay? But do yourself a favor, do not go see them when the Whitecaps play them, because we're going to blow them out. We're going to blow them out. We're going to win. We're going to win the MLS. We're going to win the PWHL this year. We're probably going to win the Stanley Cup, if I had to guess. We're going to win whatever the trophy is in AA baseball that the Vancouver Canadians play in. We're going to win it all. We're going to win it all. I'm going to say pint of beer. Wrong. It's chicken corner kick fries. I'm going to say bacon roll. Wrong. It's hot dog that's 99% ketchup. Hot dog. Can I say something? So the roast pork looks pretty good. The hot dog looks fine. The fact that they took this fucking creep shot, I find it, the problem exists between hot dog and camera. It's pale inside. Yeah, because it's probably not, like it's a sausage. It's not like a ballpark Frank. You know, when you cut into like a sausage, this is oftentimes what it looks like, man. I think you guys got a problem, to be honest. Like I almost feel like whoever's taking the photo, and I'm not trying not to judge too much by the hand, but I feel like they're saying, "What the hell? Me damn hot dog's made of real food. Where's me mattress foam? Where's me fucking mattress foam?" So I'm gonna say, give me the roast pork on that one. I mean, this looks good, but people are like, they don't understand you can still eat a sausage even if there's no bun. And the loaded nachos, I mean, it's not the worst nachos we've ever seen from the UK, but they're not good. The cheese, there's way too little cheese. Obviously, the chips on the bottom have nothing going on. But you got to remember that the people making the nachos are also the people ordering the nachos, are also the people that are looking at the nachos and going, yum, those look like nice nachos. So I think the nachos are going to win. Yeah, I had to go for it. The sausage looks so good. They don't understand, man. They're not Central European like us. Nacken steak, pork in a bun, but they ran out of bun. I have to go with the other one on that one. It was pretty close, though. That is pretty funny. What happens if the Blue Jays win the next game? Is Game 7 canceled? Yeah, but they should just run it, man. They should just run it for fun. Just because, like, the Dodgers are already in Toronto anyway. Just run it just to have some fun, man. Just send it. People have already bought tickets. You know, make some more money on concessions and stuff like that. Let's go for it, man. Let Otani have a day off in Toronto. Bro's going to be eating the cronut. 100%. Cronut from Ontario Place with Shohei. Who says no? This in a blunt. The Netflix movie Lost Girls is based on real-life serial killings on what island? Famous island. I can't think of one. It's probably not Greenland. I don't know what to get. Australia? Whether in real life or on screen, the Amityville horror happened on what island? That happened in a house, man. This is the Amityville horror is in like the northeastern United States. Is it Martha's Vineyard? Is that even an island? Oh, it's Staten Island, man. Isn't it? It's long. Oh my God. Bro said it's a big island in New York. Bro said Staten Island. Staphyle is another name for what throat part that only humans have? The epiglottis. Little grape is the Latin etymology of what thing that's attached to your soft palate? Uvula? Is that what that thing's called? Her name is Mulva? What Pacific country hosted the first World War II land battle with U.S. troops following the Pearl Harbor attack? I'm going to say the Philippines? It just makes sense moving like west to east, or I guess east to west. Yeah, east to west. Hosted is that's a crazy verb to use there. But to be fair, I guess the Philippines did host it. Because like they were occupied by Japan. So it's like a confusing question. I guess they should have said like was the site of. What country was the site of? The Goblin and the Grocer is a lesser known work by what fabulist? Yeah, I don't know what any of that could mean. So let's just go Ray Bradbury. Oh, Little Claus and Big Claus. Hans Christian Andersen. Can I say something, chatters? Can you dap me up a little bit? Can you give me my flowers for spelling Anderson S-E-N? Like a true Northern European. I'm giving it to you straight. 92% of North Americans go SON on that one. And I said, let's hit him with some Northern European swag. I was thinking, will he type SEN? They think I don't know shit about Henrik Ibsen, man. They think I don't know shit about it. Pearly acid is the weird French etymology of what fatty stuff? Ambergris. It's called buttery spread if it's less than 80% fat. What is it called if it's more than 80% fat? I guess I'm going to say margarine, because butter is insane. And I guess margarine is... Guys, I'm going to die. Not like hopefully in the next like 10 years or whatever, but I ate so much margarine as a kid. My parents bought it instead of butter because margarine was like more spreadable. So I grew up eating margarine like almost every day on toast. And then maybe like mid 2000s, reports came out that were like, it's giga bad for you. It's so much worse than butter. Like, not only does it just congeal in your arteries, but also it's like full of partially hydrogenated trans fats. And to my credit, or to my parents' credit, they stopped buying it like right away. But in the most formative years of my life, I was mindlessly eating a lot of margarine for sure. Because they screwed up my parents' generation by telling them butter was bad, man. I was like every few days I was having a salami sandwich that was buttered, but the butter was margarine, man. That's like a colon cancer cocktail. And I was eating that shit when I was like 5. That's not good. I didn't have any control over that, man. That's just what I was being fed because my parents were like, don't give him butter. Butter gives you heart disease. Butter is good. We need fat to survive. Yeah, bro, we all know, okay? I'm talking about what the world was like before you fucking got here. The science was different back then because the scientists were worse. You don't get it, do you? There's better fat than butter, though. You're literally policing the food that I was fed like by my grandma when I was 5 years old. What the hell are you talking about? Also, you know the rules. Post blood work, post abs. By the way, you need to have some social intelligence here. Read between the lines, because a dude did join the Discord and then post a picture of his abs, and then everyone just kind of went, "You're not actually supposed to do it." That's like that means you failed the test twice. And I apologize if that person is in here and they're now realizing that they crossed the line, but everybody just kind of went. And then they started saying some shit like most food is poison, and we were trying to figure out, I think we never talked about it, but I think we were trying to figure out if this guy might be like RFK's son or something like that. But he was pretty shredded, don't get me wrong. He was pretty shredded. But the thing is, even if you have abs, post a family photo. If you don't have at least one kid, then you should be jacked. Your base case should be being jacked at all times. Back me up here, parents. Do we have enough parents in chat to create a plurality yet? Or at least a group that's big enough to be annoying? Nah, we just got a few. One day. You weren't jacked? I know, and I had no excuse. That's one of the first things I said to my brother-in-law when I saw him after we had our kid. I was like, why wasn't I jacked all the time? One of the classic sorry, this is so annoying, especially if you don't have kids. But probably still a little annoying if you do have kids. But one of the conversations that's evergreen is talking to other parents about how you thought you were busy before you had kids, but then you weren't busy at all. And just like, it just goes around in a circle over and over, just going, why were we saying we were so busy all the time? We weren't doing anything. We didn't have shit to do. We were saying stuff like, oh, after work, I have to go get groceries tonight. I can't work out tonight. I got to go get groceries. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Ah, shit. Total number of top 10 singles they've had. I'm going to level with you. I think Metallica might have had 0 top 10 singles. Just they've got popular songs, but they don't have the kind of songs that would go to the top 10 on the Billboard charts, I think. And then my belief is that 50 Cent has, let's say, 5, as long as you're not counting G Unit as well. You got In the Club, probably Candy Shop, Pimp, Hate It or Love It, and a couple that I've got a blind spot for. I feel like Lorde has maybe 1. No disrespect to Lorde. She might have 2. I feel like the Bee Gees are going to have an infinite amount because everything on the Saturday Night Live soundtrack made it to the top 10. And then a few that weren't even on the soundtrack. And then this is where it gets interesting. Outkast was really popular when Stankonia came out and post Stankonia. So you got to give it to B.O.B., Miss Jackson, So Fresh, So Clean. Definitely Hey Ya. Definitely I Like the Way You Move. Probably also Roses. And then not Morris Brown. Definitely not Morris Brown off the Idlewild soundtrack, but maybe some stuff off of Quemini. But then J-Lo is like, she always sneaks up on you. You've got like, Let's Get Loud, My Love Don't Cost a Thing. I'm going to leave it like this. Holy shit. Witch Laugh? Chat really thought Metallica would be up there? Music that good doesn't chart that high. No disrespect. And I'm not a huge Metallica head, but like those first 3 albums, maybe first 4 albums, there's a lot of Peloton playlist fodder in there. Who made you, God, to say, I'll take your life from you? Dum, 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 dum. Oh, man. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Bee Gees is just not that good. Wrong. I need your love because we're living in a world of fools who hold us down. What does he say? When they should just let us be. Who said the Bee Gees weren't good? One 22-year-old in chat. Bee Gees are kind of sick, actually. The secret is, listen, if I can do it, you can do it. We have to put some respect on disco. And I say if I can do it, you can do it, because I grew up in an era where disco was like a punchline for every single music-related joke. We'd be like, well, it's pretty bad, but at least it's not disco. There was like 15 years of that. Then all of a sudden, it's kind of started coming back around in the mid-2000s. It gets sampled by MIA, gets sampled by Madonna. And you go, wait a second, these samples are fucking good. How could the samples be so good if the genre is so bad? Then you hear some shit from the genre, and you're like, what the fuck? The genre's good. Why were they saying? I guess because it got overexposed really quickly. And then people were like, I don't want to hear this ever again. But they were literally listening to like Puddle of Mud and being like, thank God disco's dead. She freaking hates me. Yeah, 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 yeah. They didn't know what they were talking about, man. You got to be careful who your cultural mentors are. You could end up accidentally living your whole life under the veil of a cruel lie. Cheaper rent. We're going to say Dayton, Ohio. Big ups to Guided by Voices. Who voted more for Kamala in 2024? This is Portland, Maine, which makes me think this is tough. Portland, Oregon is obvious. That's obviously Trump country. Ohio went red, Maine went blue, and this is a city in Maine. So that's 2 things working in Maine's favor. Okay, I was just don't overthink it. More people who work in the information industry. You might think that because this is like close to Toronto, I would know shit about the information industry in Durham. I have no idea. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to use a different heuristic. You are just outside of the Bay Area. Business to business software sales are probably popping off here. Never mind. I didn't realize Diane Durham had that kind of pull in the GTA. Higher percentage of people who are on public insurance. Gainesville, Georgia. I have no idea. Higher life expectancy? That's an interesting one. Long Island or Southern California? I mean, Long Island, normally I would think West Coast. And I'm still kind of thinking West Coast, but Long Island may also correlate with wealth, which correlates positively with life expectancy in a lot of circumstances. Okay. I nutted up and clicked the button. 83 versus 77. Damn. I'm from Long Island. That's cool. Matthew Schaefer's he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Also, Bo Horvat. I got no bad blood for Bo Horvat anymore. Ever since he said, I'll tell you that for free, it's better to be in New York than Vancouver, and then his team missed the playoffs when we made the playoffs. That's water under the bridge now. And it's especially water under the fridge because he's on my fantasy team, and he's been doing pretty good. JT Miller, don't show your face at the Man Farms pumpkin patch this week, okay? Word to the wise. He probably knew that already after what happened last time. 1956 in international relations. It's a 7 Days War. Suez Crisis. My bad, y'all. 1998 in New Zealand. New Zealand alternative rock groups. Flight of the Conchords. Flight of the Oakenchords. They still got some bops. Dark web. This is the Silk Road. Well, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Defunct darknet markets. Retail. Yeah, that's the Silk Road, bro. 19th century German lexicographers. This is the Brothers Grimm. Oh, 2000 pregnancy films directed by Mel Gibson. 2006 action films. Yep, it's that lady's favorite movie, Apocalypto. What was her name? You know who I'm talking about? Season 1 of Angela. That's Angela. Angela's favorite movie being it's a little low key. That's one of my favorite rehearsal moments. Is Angela's favorite movie being Apocalypto? Little subtle wrinkle, the way the camera floats. Supermarkets based in California. Aldi, 1979 mergers and acquisitions. American subsidiary. Okay, so I mean, this is confusing for me because I'm thinking Whole Foods. It's from California, maybe is established in 1958. I don't know. It is an American subsidiary of a company. The company's American, though. It's Amazon. It seems like Whole Foods could be based in LA. And it's a supermarket. But the real question is, if it's not this, what else could it be? One answer is Trader Joe's. Is Trader Joe's owned by a foreign company? I have no idea. I thought Trader Joe's was a private company, to be honest with you. Maybe, okay, now I'm the question gives you hints of the answer. Aldi is a Texas grocery store that also is British, maybe, but it's established in California. So now I'm like, oh no, it's not going to be Buc-ee's because Buc-ee's would be like a gas station or so. I'm just going to go with the first instinct. Oh, fuck. God damn it! I've never seen Aldi in Texas. Well, me neither. But I've only been to airports in Texas, so I don't know. Surprised you didn't know that, but I don't know if they're in Canada. Well, I'll remove the ambiguity for you. They are not in Canada. So this is honestly, if you're American, you're probably like, how could you get this wrong? But if you're a Canadian, like, we don't have it. So what about Pirate Joe's? They got sued into oblivion like 11 years ago or something. Pirate Joe's ain't been around for a while, man. There's a Pirate Joe's? Yeah. And they did surgery on a grape, as long as we're talking about shit that was relevant like a decade ago. American women civilians in World War II. It's Rosie the Riveter. National Rosie the Riveter Memorial Rose Garden. How about that? 2014 mergers and acquisitions. Food manufacturers of the United States. Environmental racism. Well, I hear fruit company and I hear environmental racism and I think of the Dole Corporation. Oh, it's the other one. It's Chiquita. Okay. Anchovy dishes, fish dishes, tomato dishes, Monegasque cuisine, all olive dishes, Occitan cuisine. I feel like I might know it, but I don't know what it is. Salad niçoise. I was thinking Cioppino, but that's from the wrong country. Fictional adoptees, fictional characters involved in incest, fictional murdered people, fictional sword fighters. This is Jaime Lannister, bro. Jon Snow. Get it off my screen. Get it off my screen. I thought you were going to 10 on this one. Fictional resurrections. He was fictionally resurrected when the fucking loot train got hit by dragons, and then he's wearing that heavy ass plate mail, and they do the cliffhanger where he's like sinking into the water, and he sinks down to the bottom of the fucking river. And then they end the episode, and you're like, oh shit, Jaime Lannister's fucking dead, bitch. Episode 4 starts, dude's just on the beach going, it doesn't pass the smell test, man. That pissed me off. It pissed me off too. I was like, damn, I think this show might be starting to lose its luster a little bit. But I'll forgive them if they land the plane in season 8. And they did. Yeah, that's a 24-degree angle. That's a 22-degree angle. Oh, angle in 2 today? Angle in 2, bro. Type of shit you be hearing when you're working in the lab late one night. I love this idea right here. And then, oh, I thought it might have enough gas to get over the hump. This one's fucked up, man. That's not even close. That's good. That's good. Now, where the fuck do we go? I guess we go. Oh, that's devilish, man. To have to land it on that one just to get the checkpoint. Ow! At least. Oh, don't dunk me. Okay, you know, dude, cooler heads will prevail on this one. Not even close. Devastating. That's devastating, because now I got to land this shit again. Oh. Take another one. This is a marathon today. Don't say glue. You just look at the score and you say it's glue. You got to look at the degree of difficulty on the course, man. This is a hard-ass course. Yes! Yes! Well, that's not so good, but... Plus, I've seen how other people play this game, and it's kind of crazy. I didn't realize... I guess I should have known we're raising a generation of weaklings, because I'm raising one myself, but... Oh, fuck. What was I saying? I was insulting you. People, like, they have one bad hit on this, and then they just close the tab, man. They're like, life's too short to deal with any form of digital strife. I find it kind of sad, man. The sweet ain't as sweet without the sour. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on now. And then, you know what? Just hit the gap in the middle. Oh, are you trolling me? Yeah, they're confirmed. They're trolling. That's kind of exactly what I wanted to do, to be honest. No, it might be too tough. There might not be enough runway to slow it down. Oh, what a fucking shot, man. What a fucking shot. That was just, I'm reveling in it. Top 33%, pretty good. Pretty good. Summer D Reed from A to Z. Okay. I feel like Reed D from A to Z. A to Z. Zotar. Reed D from A to Z. Zito, Tazio. Is it something like this? This makes sense to me, man. This makes sense to me. Because you're reading D from A to Z. A to Z. You're taking the D out. Let's get some hints. A to Z. Believe it or not, this is an anagram indicator suggesting we need to reorder neighboring fodder. Oh, okay, so I was way off. I want to say, okay, so read D. You think D, grade? Grade? Because D is a grade? What does summer have to do with it? Fodder is read D. Dread? Summer read D from A to Z? It's not dread. Adder? I don't get it. I don't get it. Sum equals add. Summer. So can I just say something? There's a regional difference here. Some is a noun in North America, if I may say so myself, and some can be a noun or a verb in the United Kingdom. So fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Some is a verb here too. Yeah, that's true. You don't sum in Vancouver? Well, if someone said sum this up for me, I would be like, how long have you lived here? It's also these letters in alphabetical order. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'll give you that one. That's pretty cool. Can you sum up why it's not a verb? Why are you talking to me like you talk to ChatGPT? I'm a human being. You're literally trying to prompt engineer me. I will say though, positive of the AI apocalypse, I do think I've taken a little bit of AI skill and applied it to my own life. I have a psychological theory based on fuck all. I think you can prompt yourself. I know it taken out of context is going to sound like I'm an AI sicko, but I really think that if you want to achieve a result, you can prompt yourself. You could be like, I'm pretending I'm awesome at driving. And then wouldn't you know it, I don't crash my car. I think if you in your self-talk, if you say something like, imagine you're an awesome streamer, it makes you more likely to be an awesome streamer. I've never tried it because I think it might make me too powerful, but podcast advice? 12-year-olds are just like that. This be the movie Dee Dee? This be Dee Dee 2024? How about this one? Scary. Oh, it's probably a heart or not a heartbreaking movie, a scary movie because it's around Halloween. Scary, but less scary than heartbreaking, suffused with grief, guilt, and dread. There's no system truly prepared to combat madness or pain. There's only trial, error, and compromise of barely surviving them. Let me get something like this. Your mother knits socks in hell. Pretty sure that's The Exorcist. I should have gone with that one first. I should have gone with that one first. How'd you know that? Scary Movie 2 has an extended Exorcist parody where I believe that the possessed person says your mother sucks cocks in hell. So it's really from Scary Movie 2. Review 2 is bullshit. It doesn't say anything. Yeah, but to be fair to Letterboxd super user Matt Lynch, they didn't know that they would be writing a review that would be used as a clue in a trivia game. They just kind of probably they wrote it for people who were on the Letterboxd page for The Exorcist, so they didn't need to be like, wait a second, the review doesn't even mention the name of the movie. What kind of review is this? It doesn't tell me what movie they're talking about. So it's like they're not meant to be like reverse engineered. It's not Matt's fault, man. I watched that recently, and Andy Richter says something I never expected him to say in that movie. Andy Richter doesn't say anything in the movie. Andy Richter is an actor. He was playing the character of Reverend whatever, okay? Andy Richter didn't say that. Don't put that shit on Andy. It was a character. The screenwriter wrote that shit. Call that the Dulls.